So today's is market research in business, and why is it so important? Um, Before we get into the bits and pieces of the nuts and bolts about market research, if you really analyze what market research is, it is earmarking the best areas for you to do your marketing in. Now, we spoke about AI marketing and about how that is going to revolutionize that side of things. But before you even go into how what you are going to market and in what context you're going to market, you actually need to do market research. This is going to save you an awful lot of money and an awful lot of time. And I encourage all of us to utilize market research before we end up doing any marketing whatsoever. It will stand you in good in good stead, but more importantly, it will give you a better knowledge base of what areas you should be marketing into. So market research really is the process of gathering and analyzing information about a market, including what market size it is, the characteristics within it, and the needs of the customers to support business decision making. In round figures, that basically means have a look at what your customers are looking for, in what areas, and where you are going to get that information from. It helps businesses to understand their target audience, identify opportunities within that as well, and assess competition. So let's have a look in more detail about market research and what it involves. The gathering of data is obviously really, really important. Collecting information through surveys, focus groups, interviews, and analyzing existing data really is the main port of call as far as where you are going to literally fish. This is making sure that you are giving yourself the best chance that when you go fishing in a certain area, you are increasing your probability and possibility of making sales in that area that you have done researching. So surveys obviously are a fantastic way of finding out what customers actually are looking for and wanting. You can do this very easily on your own social media in one way, shape, or form. Rather than trying to sell something to somebody, why not send them a survey saying, I'm involved with a new business and I'm analyzing the potential of it within certain areas. Would you mind doing a little questionnaire? You could do it online now very, very easily. You can do it electronically. You can do it so that all they're doing is clicking a box so that you get that analytical data back. And this will give you a much better idea of all sorts of demographics, age groups, sexes, areas, what people are looking for, prices, etc., on how you put your surveys together. But it's a very easy way of gathering information. Focus groups as well. If you're part of a group, for instance, if you are looking at selling crochet blankets, for instance, why not join a crochet group, okay, that is focused on crochet blankets? And then you'll get a much better idea of what people are looking for, what kinds of crochet, etc. I'm using that as an example. But obviously, for us in our business tents, we will be looking at digital products and services, specifics within those. Remember, part of what I went through the other day was niche markets and finding that niche within it as well. Obviously, focus groups will help you with that. Interviews is always very good as well. Why not try and find people who are proficient in those areas to come on and speak about those specific things? Again, this will increase your viewership if you are doing videos, but it will also increase people's interest in what you have to offer. All of these little things end up giving you analytical data that you will be able to use within your market research, so that when it comes to the marketing campaign of what you are trying to achieve, then you've got much better idea. Now, we mentioned analyzing data. Interpreting the collective information to identify trends and patterns and insights related to customers' behavior make market dynamics and competitive landscape a lot easier for you to navigate. Lots of big words, aren't they, in there? It really, what it means is that the more data that you can receive, the more better chance that you have of being in a position where you can pinpoint and target people a lot better. That's the plain, simple area of that, what I've just said. Obviously, makes your marketing campaign much more precise. You can use the dynamics of what the data that you've received from however you've got it, and you can put that into your marketing campaign in the words so that you know exactly that those are key elements of what people are looking for. Again, this will convert into sales of whatever you are trying to sell. And this is why analytical data really is liquid gold in an internet sense. I've said it many, many times that nowadays that really is what people are looking for. Understanding your market, really, really important again. Gaining insights into the size, structure, and potential of your market, including the customer's demographics, preferences, and buying habits, is really important before you start your marketing campaign. Okay, get that research before you start your marketing campaign. That again, you can utilize within the wording and how your campaign is going to run. Why? Because, for instance, if your market that you are looking at, okay, the insight, how it is, the potential of it, you can really narrow down the wording, the visuals, what it is, okay, so that it includes all of those demographics and preferences that you've gained from the information from your market research. Identifying opportunities also will come out in that market research. You will get feedback of things you haven't even thought of, and this will give you unmet needs of gaps in that market that a business can potentially fill with your products or services. For instance, if you put out a survey asking people about what they have looked or what are they looking for as far as digital services is concerned, they might say things that you've not even thought of, but they might be saying things that, for instance, are not in your shop for them to buy. So it will give you again a much better idea of what people are actually looking to purchase for themselves in the digital market. So I really think that we are in a position here with this market research that we can utilize it within our marketing campaigns. Listen to me when I say this. Market research is not a waste of time. It is so important that this is done before you start any marketing campaign. Time spent in reconnaissance, which this is really, it is market research, will prove much more effective when you come to do your marketing as a whole, however you end up doing it. It doesn't really matter which kind of marketing you're going to do, but do that research first. Assessing competition, of course, is also key to how you're going to run your campaign. Analyzing competitors' strengths and weaknesses to understand their competitive landscape and develop strategies that are different from theirs. It's also very important to have a look at what their marketing strategy is. So, for instance, let's just use OConnect. We know that product. We know that there is lots of other competitors within it. I'm using one. I'm using StreamYard. We know that there's Zoom. We know that there is Microsoft Rooms as well, and all sorts of other web video conferencing platforms out there. Again, do your research, have a look, just go into Google, go onto YouTube and have a look at what their marketing campaigns look like. Gives you a really good idea, but it also gives you an idea of how to be different from them. Again, this is a really good information that you can utilize when you come to run your marketing campaigns. Informing business decisions. Okay, using the gathered and analyzed information to make informed decisions about product development, marketing strategies, pricings, and overall business planning is also key to you making sales. There's no point in getting all this information from your market research if you're not going to use it. It just makes no sense. So get the information, have a look at it, right, and really understand what this market research information analytics that I have got in front of me, how am I going to utilize this information to the benefit of my business? There's no point in doing it and not use it. It really is important. And I'm sure that our CEO with his new business that we will be part of will be doing exactly what I'm talking about right now. So what types of market research can you do? Okay, you've got a thing called primary research, and this is collecting data directly from the target audience through surveys, interviews, focus groups, and experiments. Okay, that is your key primary way that you are going to get this analytical data that you can utilize for your marketing campaigns. They've also got a secondary research as well. And this is analyzing existing data from reports, articles, industry publications, and other publicities available sources. How do you get these? Very easy. Mr. Google or ChatGPT or Gemini, which is on Google. Put in these keywords into the search engines or into the AIs of all of these, and it will give loads and loads of information. This is your secondary source of information. This is documented information that's been on the internet that you can utilize again to get data so that you can really make sure that your marketing campaigns are hitting the right chord of where the data is coming from. So basically you are singing the same tune as what people are listening for. That's really how it works out here. Ram, Ben Jakob, thank you so much, my friend, for your super sticker. Very, very kind of you. Let's continue. You've also got something called qualitative research. This is exploring in depth insights into customers' motivations, opinions, and experiences through methods like focus groups and interviews. This is basically if you are doing an interview with somebody within the field and there's people within the chat, you can utilize what is in the chat, okay, for a bit of a question and answer and go more into depth of what the customer is looking for within your products and services. Again, it gives you a much better edge knowing what that customer is looking for. Also gathering numerical data through surveys and statistical analysts to measure trends and patterns. So by conducting through market research, businesses can minimize risk, identify new opportunities, and improve their chances of success in a marketplace by using all of this analytical data that you have gleaned through so many different mediums. It certainly should give you something to think about. It should get your head thinking. I know I'm going to be in the marketplace for digital products and services. Why not start now? Going to ChatGPT or to Gemini or even Google Browser, putting in keywords that are very specific to digital products, and use this analytics that you are getting, okay, for the benefit of your business. Otherwise, when you come to do any marketing, whether it is through the business, whether it is under your own bat, whether it is third parties, or however you're going to do it, if you've got no plan because you've done no research, how do you know where to target? It doesn't make sense. You are just literally throwing money and hoping something sticks, rather than being proactive within your business, which you could do now, and building up a nice list of do's and don'ts as far as digital products and services are concerned. Why not start your marketing research now? Putting a survey out about what people are looking for in digital products. Very easy. You're not selling anything. You are just asking people, what if you were to buy any digital products and services right now, what would you be looking at? And then you can expand on that. If you were to buy one, what cost would you put to it? How long would you like to have it for? Over a month, or a subscription, or buy it one time out of pocket? All of these sort of things are going to aid you, and you can expand that survey list, okay, to incorporate all sorts of things that come to mind when you're making your research. Okay, it all makes sense. And this is really having a logical plan, okay, a plan of action of how to start your business, to get it going to the best of your ability so that you're not wasting money. Market research for me is top of my agenda. It is something that I am doing right now. It's something that I'm researching right now, so that I've got a much better understanding of the marketplace, of what I'm going to be in. You know, we are going to be in the digital product and services marketplace. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. Yes, there's going to be physical stuff. Yes, there's going to be stuff we don't know about, but we do know there is going to be digital products and services. So why not start your journey of market research now, whilst we're waiting, to give you something to do? It will stand you in very, very good stead when it comes to us moving to the next phase. And you can then use all of that data that you've gained, because you've been proactive right now, to get you off to the best start as far as marketing is concerned. And because you know a little bit more than others, guess what? It's going to put you ahead of the game. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today.